Good morning students. In today's class we are going to see the concept of magnetic torque and torque on a current loop. First we will see, before getting into the topic magnetic torque, first we will see what is meant by a torque. Torque in general we can write torque is equal to force into distance. So torque is nothing but a measure of force that causes an object to rotate about the axis. So just a force is what causes an object to accelerate in linear pneumatics, and torque is what causes an object to acquire the angular acceleration. So in general, when you see the torque is going to be the vector quantity which is having both the magnitude as well as the direction. Therefore, the direction of the torque will depend upon the direction of the force on axis. For example, you can consider a door. So you can consider one example. So it is going to be the door. In between that you are going to open the door. So when you wanted to open the door, it will be the direction of the motion of opening the door. So when you apply a force in this direction, you will get the opening of the door in this direction. Therefore, the work done is same in both the cases. So when you are going to apply a larger force, the direction of the motion is going to be remaining same. So the torque, when you consider, it is going to be either a static torque or a dynamic torque. A static torque is nothing but the torque. There are two types of torque that can occur. One is going to be your static torque. Another one is going to be your dynamic torque. Static torque is the one which does not produce any angular acceleration, whereas the dynamic torque will produce an angular acceleration. Here, how we are going to calculate the torque in the sense, torque is calculated based on force into distance, and also you can make the sine theta, Fr sine theta, where r is nothing but length of the moment arm and theta is the angle between the force vector and the moment arm. In case if I wanted to write the general force equation, I can write it as torque is equal to force into distance. And the direction of the torque, how we are going to find out in the sense, by means of your right hand grip rule. So in case of your right hand rule, around the axis of the rotation, the fingers will be pointing out the direction of the force. Then the torque pointing in the direction of the thumb will be in the rotational torque. Suppose if this is going to be the direction of the force, then the direction of the torque will be as shown over here, and it can be proved by means of your thumb rule. How we are going to measure the torque? So the torque is measured in SI unit, and the unit for the torque is going to be Newton meter. In imperial units, the foot pound is often found, and we can write 1 Newton meter is equal to, is approximately equal to 1.74 Ft lbs. So measuring your static torque in a non-rotating system is quite easy because it does not have any acceleration, and measuring the static torque is easy, and it is done by measuring just the force. Suppose in case of your rotational torque, in case of your rotational pneumatics, your torque takes place of force in linear pneumatics, and it is equivalent to your Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law, what it says, force F is equal to mass into acceleration. Therefore, I can write the moment of torque T is equal to I into alpha, where I is known as the rotational inertia, and alpha is going to be the angular inertia. Therefore, we have to consider the property of the rotating system by considering the rotational inertia and angular of acceleration that depends upon the rotating system mass distribution of the system. So larger the value of I. So if you are going to consider the larger moment of inertia for an object to acquire an angular acceleration, you need to have the larger value of I. So we can derive the expression, and now we are going to see the concept of your magnetic torque. So for whatever we have discussed, it is going to be the general explanation for the torque. Now we are going to see the magnetic torque. Magnetic torque is defined as it is a field magnetic field exerts a force. When you consider a wire, when you pass a current through the coil, and if you assume a differential current element, in this differential current element, a force is going to get exhibited, and the force equation is given as F is equal to, and the force equation is given as F is equal to I into dl cross product with B. So when you have a magnetic field intensity, in the presence of magnetic field intensity, if you are passing a current through the coil, then it is going to exhibit a force in a conductor. If you consider a closed current carrying conductor, if this is going to be the closed current carrying conductor, when you pass a current through the conductor, current is entering on one side and it is leaving on other side. Therefore, it exerts a torque on the closed loop of your current carrying conductor. Now, torque can causes an object to spin around the field axis. Each loop of current has the direction associated with it. It's normal to the vector, perpendicular to the vector. For example, you can consider a coil as shown over here. So you can consider a coil as shown over here. Here the current entry point is shown at point A and the current is leaving at point B. If you see here, if you consider, it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be the closed loop formed. Current flows from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and it ends with, and it is returning to the point B. Now, if you take the current carrying conductor 1 to 2, the direction of the current is as shown over here. For this, the direction of the rotational torque produced will be like this, the direction of the field. Therefore, the direction of your magnetic field or the magnetic flux density will always be perpendicular to the direction of the current. Looking at here, the current direction towards 1 to 2 is just opposite to the direction of the current 3 to 4. Therefore, the force developed in 1 to 2 will get cancelled with 3 to 4 side. Therefore, only the rotational torque will get developed. Each loop of current has a direction associated with it and it is normal to the vector, and its normal vector is perpendicular to the loop. That is, your current direction is perpendicular to the direction of your magnetic field in the direction given by the right thumb when the right fingers curl in the direction of the current. A magnetic field exerts a torque which tries to align the normal vector of a loop of current with the magnetic field. The size of the torque on a current, the size of the torque on a loop of current is torque T is equal to N I loop area A magnetic field and sin theta. Sin theta is nothing but the angle made between the current element and the point under consideration. So you can see theta is the angle between the magnetic field and the loop's normal vector. Magnetic torque. You can see the figure over here. Here we have a point A where the direction of the force exerted is shown in this direction at F. The distance between the origin to the point A is r vector. It is the direction of the torque. We know that torque is equal to force into distance. Force is represented as F vector because the representation of the force at point A is F into r vector. Now, when you consider two forces, F1 and F2, at point A1, F1 is going to exhibit, at point A2, F2 is going to get exhibit. Looking at the direction, both the forces are opposite to each other and the distance vector from origin to point A is r1 vector and the distance vector from point O to A2 is r2 vector. Now, if in this, looking at the direction, your F1 is opposite to F2. Therefore, we can write F1 is equal to minus F2 or F2 is equal to minus F1. According to this diagram, you can write F1 vector is equal to minus F2 because it is opposite. And or we can write F2 vector is equal to minus F1. In any of the manner, we can write it out. So, when you assume both the forces are going to be in opposite, then the total torque about your origin, it is the torque direction. Therefore, the total torque about the origin due to these two forces is given by torque T is equal to R1 into F1 plus R2 into F2, where both the distance are in F1, F2 is equal to minus F1. So we can replace F2 as minus F1. Substituting over here, we'll get R1 minus R2. That is effect distance minus cos distance. When you write it, you have to write it as cos number and effect number. So torque T is equal to R21 cross product with F1, where R21 is the distance vector joining A2 to A1. From the above expression, it is clear that the total force exerted will be equal to 0, whereas the torque will about the origin is perpendicular as shown over here. Torque on a current loop. You can see the current loop over here. You have a magnet. Magnet will not have only one pole. Like you will be getting the magnet as a pair. So one will be having north pole or south pole, or south pole or south pole, north pole, or south pole, north pole. In between this, you will be having a magnetic field intensity. In this magnetic field intensity, we are going to place a current carrying conductor. The direction of the current is shown over here. To the direction of the current, the field is perpendicular. So the direction of the field will be perpendicular around the axis of the rotation. Now, you can consider this rectangular loop carrying a current of magnitude I. If you place this loop in between the magnetic field, it experiences a rotational torque. But the force exhibits it will be equal to 0. Why? Because whatever current flowing through this particular part of the conductor will experiences one force. And here, due to the current flowing in this part of the conductor, it is going to exhibit a force. Therefore, the total force acting on your side, left hand side and right hand side is going to be 0. But there will be a current flowing through the closed path, and hence like the torque will be exhibiting in the axis of along the axis of the rotation. So if you it can experience a torque, but the force experienced will be equal to 0. But now if you consider the case when the magnetic field B is in the plane with the rectangular loop, then no force will be exerted in the field of the arms and it will be perpendicular. So that we can have the force F1 is equal to IBB. The force is directed into the plane. Similarly, we can write the expression of force F2. It is exerted on the arm CD. Therefore, F2 is equal to F1, which we can write it as I into B into B. We see that the net force acting on the loop is going to be 0. Why? Because the force acting on your left hand side is going to get cancelled with the right hand side due to the current direction. But it is going to exhibit a torque on the closed loop, and it is given as tau is equal to F1 A by 2 plus F2 A divided by 2. F1 is nothing but IBB A divided by 2. F2 is opposite to that of your F1. So we can write it as IBB into A by 2, where AB is going to be the area of your rectangle. Hence the torque tends to rotate the loop in anti-clockwise direction. Now let us consider the case where the plane of the loop is not having any magnet, is not along your magnetic field. It is going to make an angle theta. So your plane is not exactly making an inline with your magnetic field. Instead of that, it is going to make an angle theta. If that is the case, what will be your torque equation? So if that is the case, then the torque equation on the side ABCD is given by F1 and F2. F1 and F2 is equal to IBB, and when it is going to make an angle theta, the torque equation is going to be F1 A by 2 into sin theta plus F2 A by 2 into sin theta, where F1 is IBB and A is common, A by 2 is common, sin theta is also common. So in general, I will get LIB sin theta. It is the general form of your torque equation. So we'll consider static torque, dynamic torque. In case of your static torque, there won't be any acceleration, whereas in case of your dynamic torque, we'll be getting an acceleration that is rotating about the axis. If you consider the magnetic field to be in line with the plane of the loop, then the torque equation is equal to IAB. If your magnetic field is not in line with the plane of the loop, then the torque developed T is equal to IAB into sine theta. In the next class, we will see what is meant by a magnetic moment and problems with respect to torque equation. Thank you, students.